All right, we're back again. Back with Stephen Langdown, and it's time to do some fight talk.
Yep.
Okay, so one just announced one of the biggest fight cards that they have. It's a two-parter, which is weird.
Yep.
So they're
doing a show for the US and a show for Japan.
But that's going to be back-to-back, right? They're doing it on one day.
Yep.
So it's like two full cards on one day.
Yep.
That's going to be like 8 hours of MMA.
Yep.
Which is a bit of a weird move, but I guess they're trying to touch the U.S. market, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's ultimately the idea.
That's what they're trying to do, yes.
So we'll go over a few fights here, just to get some fight talk in. The main event is a rematch. Angela Lee is fighting Nan, a rematch from, was it 3 or 4 months ago? That was Angela lost her first pro fight against the Panda, a really tough Chinese fighter. Demetrious Johnson is fighting Danny Kingad. And then Eddie Alvarez is fighting Dagi, which those are the three main events.
Yep.
So what are your thoughts on this?
I think Angela loses again.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, Xing trains at Bali MMA. She's good, very, very good striking.
Trains with the Leones there.
Yeah. And the Suba brothers.
And the Suba brothers.
Yep.
The Suba brothers are awesome, by the way.
Yep.
They're guys that used to come to Clinch to train there. That was like the first gym I think they started at. So they're really, really good. Keanu had an unfortunate leg break in his last fight, man. That's brutal. I've been watching some of his. I've trained with him, and I've been watching some of his rehab and shit. It's one of those check low kicks.
It happens, right? It happens.
The terrifying injury, man. It's brutal to watch.
But yeah, I don't see how Angela can beat her again. Oh no, sorry, rather beat her this time.
I think she can potentially create some scramble. I mean, Angela's a good scrambler. Yeah. That's the thing that is interesting about her. The problem is her strikes don't really have stopping power. Yeah. In the first fight, Jing had a lot of her power. You could see it, right? Like when she would throw shots, it would back Angela up. Yeah. And those shots were hurting. Whereas like Angela's strikes are just functional. They're only trying to get you in a clinch,
do the right
get
thing.
you in a grappling situation. I mean, she can definitely pepper you, and she can land some stuff on you, but it just doesn't have the same stopping power. Yeah. I think that would be the difference in that fight. Yep.
Yeah, I don't see.
Because it's only been 4 months. I mean, I think Angela's young, right? She's 22, 23?
23, yeah, I think.
She's got lots of time. I just don't know if in the amount of time it's been since they
if she can make the difference.
They should have waited, I feel like, to book this rematch.
Definitely, especially after she lost to Michelle Nicolini.
And I think this is one of the problems, actually, with one's matchmaking. If I'm Chaudhry, right? I mean, all of these rematches they keep trying to book, like Christian Lee and Martin Nguyen. How many times are they going to book this fight? Yeah. They're talking about booking it again. Yeah. It's like, are they going to fight 3 times every 2 years? For how long? It's like Martin beat him the first time, then Martin beat him the second time, and then Christian gets a good win over Aoki in a pretty competitive fight, and they're talking about booking again. I just don't. Man, you got Eddie Alvarez there. You got Dagi there. Listen, Christian Lee has his work cut out for him at 155. He needs to be fighting the contenders in that weight class. He got beat clearly 2 times. I mean, they were not shutouts, but he clearly got beat twice. What are we doing with these rematches again?
No, those are very good points, and I think we assume the same for Angela.
Yeah, why book it so fast? Give her time to develop. Book it in 2 years, right? If it needs to be done, like give it time to settle. Let it boil a little bit, and then you can book the rematch. But right now, I feel like the skill sets are going to be quite similar.
Yep, and then Angela loses again.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. I think that's going to be the case.
And I don't want to see her lose, right? Angela's a very nice person.
She is. She's a good fighter. She's scrappy as all hell. Yep. Lots of good submissions, very scrambly.
There is only so much you can do
in a short amount of time like that.
Yeah.
And then in the co-main, you got Eddie Alvarez. He's fighting Dagi.
Our co-main's DJ.
Oh, sorry, DJ and Kingad.
Danny Kingad, yeah.
And I don't think that's going to be a very compelling fight.
That's not competitive. I think DJ wins that easy.
And a lot of the criticism on Kingad is going to be he didn't win the last fight. Yep. He fought the Australian guy. Do you remember his name?
Reese.
Yep.
Reese McLaren.
Reese McLaren. Australian black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yep. I agree. I don't think Kingad won that fight. They were in the Philippines. I think he got a hometown decision there. Yep. I thought he was pretty clearly controlled in that fight. And I'm not going to say that Reese would have been a better fight for DJ necessarily. But I think for a lot of people, it's sort of, especially the Filipino crowd, it's a bit of a soft spot because a lot of people thought that Reese won that fight, but they fought in the Philippines. And
I think Reese won that fight as well. But, now Danny's got his chance to shine.
I mean, it would be huge.
Yeah.
But I just don't think, I don't see that happening.
He's not coming out on top, no.
I think DJ's first 2 fights will be more competitive than this one. I think he gets through Kingad pretty quickly. And then third fight, we'll just hit that one up.
Alvarez.
And Dagi.
Yeah, I think Dagi wins that pretty easily.
I think Dagi finishes him.
Yeah.
I might agree with you. And we should talk about the lightweight tournament a little bit because I feel like it's a bit confusing if you're a Westerner because what happened was Eddie Alvarez lost in the first round.
Yes.
He got knocked out by Timothy Natsukin in the first round. And, I mean, he got knocked out bad. He got outclassed and just beat in that fight. And then a lot of people are wondering why is Eddie Alvarez still in the tournament? Which is a fair question. He lost.
Very valid, yes.
And this has kind of happened to one a few times, right? Giorgio Petrosyan lost his fight in the tournament. He lost his fight. They just booked a rematch. They put him back in the fight again. So just to kind of talk to the audience about what's going on there.
Eddie.
No, the guy he fought. Natsukin got injured.
Yeah.
Is it? And from your sources, pretty severely.
Yeah. So he tore his ACL.
Oh yeah, that's
at
bad.
Tiger. And he can't jump back into the tournament, so that's done. So they bring Eddie back.
And the idea is that they wanted to finish the show by New Year's to put everybody on this card.
They're trying to finish the show by that double Japanese show.
Yeah, and if you tear your ACL, most likely you're done. A year.
You're done. Yeah, you're
9
done.
months.
Yeah.
9 months, and then you can train a year before you're fighting.
And and Timothy.
So one didn't want to wait on him.
No, and Timothy is a nice guy. I'm sure he's very involved, but if you can't step up to the plate when the plate calls, then you will lose out.
Yeah.
And Eddie stepped back up.
Yeah.
They also lost my man Fernandes.
Oh yeah, what happened to him? That's right. He's out of the tournament too. What happened to Lowen?
So Lowen has a self-eating bacteria.
Oh my God.
Disease.
Is it one of the like a staph or something?
No, it's even worse than that. So he can't train for a while because he's got something that just every time he gets better, it just eats again.
Talk nice and loud, Stephen. We got the Indian bar starting to kick up here. We got to talk over them.
Yeah, so I spoke to Lowen 6 weeks ago, and I think he's very upset that he can't take part in the tournament, but it is what it is.
Injuries will do that, and that if you're training on the mats, those any sort of bacterial infection, those things are not a joke. You got to sort that shit out. If you got staph, you got a boil on your knee or something, you got to sort that out immediately.
Yep.
And then let's talk part 2 because this card is broken up into 2 sections.
Yeah, Brandon Vera.
Oh yeah, Brandon Vera versus Aung Song, and then Bibiano Fernandes fighting Kevin Bellingham, and then the next 2 more big fights. Rodtang is fighting a guy called Walter Goncalves.
Yep.
And then the last one is the big main event, Giorgio Petrosyan fighing Samy Sana.
Okay.
Let's start with that one.
Let's start from the top.
Oh, start from the top. Okay, so what are your thoughts on Vera and
Aung and Zhang? So you see, I've known Brandon Vera for 6 years now. I still talk to his wife all the time. And yeah, he's a fucking lovely guy. His wife's very nice. But I think Aung's a lot younger. And that age will start to show now. And
he's been fighting good guys. Say what you want about Brandon Vera. The knock on him is he has not fought a good fighter in 5 years. I mean, 4 or 5 years.
Aung has, and even though Aung's coming up a weight, I think he will beat Brandon Vera.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I love Brandon Vera, but I think it's time for.
I mean, the thing about Vera is he's had tough fights. He's definitely been there. He's a savvy vet, but let's be honest about his one career.
It's been easy.
It's been easy.
It's been very easy.
He's not fought consistently. He's not fought high-level guys. Aung has. He's been fighting consistently. He's fought from heavyweight to middleweight to light heavyweight. But interesting fight, because for Aung, this is also, it's still his toughest fight. I'm not shitting on Vera because he's skilled. He just has not fought.
A big boy.
He just has not fought top caliber since he's been in one. That was the one division that they tend to be a bit weaker in, is the heavyweight division. So, nonetheless, interesting fight for both guys. Aung, if he wins this fight, is he triple champ?
Middleweight, light heavyweight, and heavy.
He'll be triple champ if he wins this fight. So a big one. And then you got Bibiano and Kevin Belingon. They fought before, right?
And that was a controversial finish. Yeah. As much as I am a fan of Bibiano, Kevin Belingon
his
has always
striking is insane.
Yeah.
His spinning attacks and
and he's always
from Team Lakai, one of the best teams in Asia.
He's always been very open to what he does, and I would like to think that he can take it further. You
think Belingon gets it done?
Yeah.
Finishes or?
I think he finishes BB in the second round.
I'm gonna go with Fernandes in this in the decision. Good. I feel like Belingon's still susceptible to the takedown, to the grappling exchanges. Bibi's getting older. He's getting some wear and tear, but he's durable in those striking exchanges. But this is, I think, the closest fight. I think this is the closest one on the card. And we'll get two more in there before we bounce. Rodtang, who just had a fucking crazy fight with he fought, was that Haggerty. By the way, Jonathan Haggerty.
And he just fought in Lumpini again.
Oh my, really?
Yeah.
Fucking crazy. By the way, Jonathan Haggerty is one of the best Western Muay Thai fighters.
He's a good white boy. He's a good white boy.
He is a good Falun dude. That guy.
He's a good white boy.
His step in downward elbow is just nasty.
And then fucking Rodtang fought again in Lumpini.
And Rodtang, man, he has got the hands. Like, he does not throw hands like a Thai. He's got fucking hard combinations. He came on late in that fight with Haggerty. And one of the best Muay Thai fights I've ever seen, which is true of a lot of Haggerty's fights. His fight with Lasiri was also just insane. But he was getting teeped a lot. He was getting pushed. Haggerty's a taller fighter, the foreigner fighter, the Western fighter.
The white boy.
So he was teeping a lot, and he's round kicking a lot. And he was keeping Rodtang away in that fight. But then, like, at the time the second, third round started to come in, Rodtang just decided to wade through those kicks, started throwing hard shots. And ended up getting the decision. I think Rodtang wins this fight pretty easily.
And what's the last one?
The last one is Petrosyan and Samy Sana.
Petrosyan wins easy.
I disagree. I'm going to make an argument for Samy Sana. And I'm going to set this up by saying, if you're not a fan of kickboxing, and this is one of the best things that ONE is doing, is they don't give a fuck what the rule set is. They don't give a fuck what gloves you're wearing, whether you're fighting in a cage or fighting in a ring. They've just decided that all bets are off. They're going to fight they're going to use the rule set. They're going to use the gloves.
Petrosyan wins easy.
Listen, Samy Sana he fought Yotsenklai in the first round.
Yeah, I know he beat him. Yeah.
And Yotsenklai's, for the listener, was arguably the best pound-for-pound Muay Thai fighter in the world. Sanchai and him are up there going into that fight. Sana beat him in that first fight. Then in the second, I think he fought Smokin' Joe Nadawat the last time, finished him.
He beat Smokin' Joe, yeah.
I mean, Samy Sana has looked like a destroyer in this tournament.
Yeah, fair enough.
Here's the thing. Outpointing Petrosyan is almost impossible. He is a master of the point system.
And he won't finish Petrosyan.
This is the thing. I like Sana in this fight, but I'm very hesitant to pick him because Petrosyan is such a master at decisioning people, and he just understands how much he's landed, how much the other person has landed, when to put the foot on the gas, when to break a little bit. He's just a master at knowing the points and how to land and when to land. I don't know if Sana can finish him, but he has looked damn good in this tournament. You're going to go Petrosyan. I'm going to go with Sana just to mix it up. But Petrosyan did have a tough fight against Pech in that first fight.
Yes, he did.
But some shady shit going on.
And on that note, shall we call this?
Yes. Okay, everybody. This is the Stronghold podcast. This is my buddy Stephen Langdown. You can follow us on social media, Instagram, at Stephen Langdown, at Lucas Leisure. You can follow the Stronghold podcast, and you can also come down and train with me, Stronghold MMA. If you'd like to be on the podcast, strongholdpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you had fun. Cheers.